Hi, Stephanie. Hope you and your friends are enjoying your spring break and having a good time. This is a video lesson for today. If you have any questions at the end or we look at anything, I'll be teaching till about 5:30 teaching at 5:30 on Saturday, and I'll be gone for the week, and I'll be back in the following week if you have any questions. So feel free to shoot it over. You can shoot it over anytime, and I'll just get it when I go back into the office. So awesome. So what I'd like to go over today is what we started talking about last week is Who Will Stop the Rain by CCR. I think we just literally started talking about doing that project. And so I'm going to go over the intro picking riff and then one technical challenge that's in the strumming part. That probably won't be too big. The strumming part isn't going to be a huge challenge for you, but this right here, we have another power chord in, and I think this one we might introduce the next step of doing the bars if everything's looking good next time we meet. So cool. So the opening riff right here, make sure not mess it up, is there at the end. That's all right though. All right, cool. So basically what this is revolving around is a G chord and an E minor chord. So the picking pattern isn't just something random. It's actually just outlining the chord changes. Now, if you saw right there, my G chord looks a little bit different than the G chord I've been doing for other songs. So a lot of the pop country or modern country, it uses a lot of this G chord because they do a lot of. See a lot of that. This one, however, there's a variation on how you can play G. And what you do is you have your G chord like this, right? And you take your ring finger and first you take your pinky off, right? You don't need it. And then you take your ring finger and you put it down here on the first string, 3rd fret. So it sounds like this. All right, so it's a very subtle difference, but there is a difference to my ear. And that's the chord that he's using. So this is what he's doing. He's keeping this down the entire time. He's taking these and moving around a little bit. So what you're going to do is, actually, you don't even need your first finger for this one. So you can just have this. So 6, 2, 3, 1. I would practice just the picking pattern by itself. And at first, I would just write. Touch the strings before you play, right? And then put the chord in position. And then he walks down to the 2nd fret with his first finger. So he takes this 2 here, like that. And then down to the open. This stays put, and you get to the next chord. The E minor chord. It's still an E minor chord. Those are all the notes you need to make an E minor chord. You play E minor all over this fretboard. Right, those are all E minor chords. There's one right here. Right? So I have this. 6, 2, 3, 1. Walk down, open. 2 more patterns. 4th string, 2nd finger back on again. Now, where do I look when I'm doing this is I'm mostly looking over here when I'm picking, right? So actually, when I play, I usually use my peripheral vision to kind of check on both things. It took a while to get good at. But I would keep my eyes right here working on the picking pattern. And then when I had a change, I'll kind of just glance over here real quick. The changing between chords will probably be the most challenging part, doing that walk down. So I would spend some time doing that. We'll work more on that next time. Then second thing I want you to work on is there's a tricky change. No, it's not tricky, but it's something to look at. You have a G chord. Right, so there's a change in there that he uses a B minor bar chord. And for right now, let's keep it our power chord. And what we'll do probably next time or the lesson after is start putting down the middle finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then it's just a very short jump too. So we're getting close. G chord, and you can use in the strumming part. You can use either one. You can use this G if you want, or you can use this G. It's totally up to you. They both are interchangeable in this situation. In the picking pattern, not so much because he wants that open string there. If you did the picking pattern that way, it would sound like this. Doesn't sound bad, but it's this. It's a little lower. So for the strumming, you have G down, down, up, down, up, and then B5. And then to the C. What's been very helpful for my students to practice was called harmonic rhythm. How fast are the chords going, and can you hear when the chords are changing? So instead of practicing like this necessarily, I would practice this. And sometimes doing just the chord changing, knowing when the downbeat is very helpful for students to know, like, the most important thing is the beat, making sure the beat doesn't stop and that they're changing chords. So that way they don't get hung up on the B5 switch. And then time starts as soon as they get it down. This way they know exactly how fast the chords are moving, and they're moving equal amount of distance, rhythmically speaking. Awesome, so work on those two things for me. If you'd like me to look at anything, feel free to shoot on over. You can send it over whenever you want. I'll just get the message when I get back into my studio. Awesome, take care and have a great trip, and I'll see you when you get back in. Take care.